Hi, this is a Civic 2008 8th generation, and I've installed one of these Android Auto head units from China. It's running Android 13, it's 8 core, I think 2 GB RAM. I will put the name of the company and the model in the description below, but pretty much all of them are very similar. So it comes with a rear view camera, and I installed the rear view camera. The way it is installed is when you put the reverse gear, I have connected the camera power as well as the trigger to the one of the backup lights in the trunk. So that's how it works. So when I put the car in reverse, as you can see, the camera is working beautifully, and then when I go to drive, it turns off. When I come back to reverse, it works nicely. The problem is that when I go from park to drive rapidly, like you would do normally, so when I go from park, I'm going to go to drive. I went to drive. You see what happens was, because park to drive goes through reverse, for a fraction of a second, the trigger goes on. So this unit goes into rear view camera mode, but obviously the camera is powered off, and so it goes into this mode and then nothing works. I have to either go back to reverse or turn off the car, which can be very annoying. Just imagine that you got in the car, you went from park to drive, and you started driving, and this is what you're seeing. In order to get out of this, you have to stop the car. To solve this problem, I needed a delayed on relay, which means that if the reverse light turns on for a fraction of a second, that should be ignored by the system. The trigger coming in on the back of this unit shouldn't go to 12 volts. So for that, I purchased this unit from Amazon. It's a 555 timer monostable circuit. You can set the delay so that the output will turn on after a second or 2 seconds. So I tried that and it works, but it only worked for 3 times and then it failed. And I got 3 of these circuits from Amazon. All 3 failed after 2-3 times, right? Finally, I decided to build and install my own circuitry. Before, it was saying camera error and black screen. Now let's see what happens. So we are in drive, and there's no change on the screen, which is the correct behavior. When I go back from drive to park, again there's absolutely no change. Even if I shift a little slower, there's absolutely no change, because if the trigger doesn't stay for around 2.5-3 seconds, it's not going to trigger the system. Now I'm going to go from drive to reverse, and the camera comes on properly. There is just a 1.5 seconds delay, which is fine, and then we go to park. So now it's working perfectly. I hope this helps someone. This problem is perfectly fixed in software, where they can give a parameter setting for delay on the trigger, but they haven't. Alright, thank you very much.